Hey, what's up, everybody? This is attorney Dan Nguyen here, and I want to share a little bit more about trademarks. I was in discussion with a couple of colleagues of mine, and one of them raised the question: like, how long does it take you to prepare the application? And we were kind of getting into the nuances of the application, but it, what really came out of it was, you know, filling the application doesn't take that much. It's actually preparing the application that takes the longest because we have to get a lot of information and do a lot of analysis. And it kind of reminds me of the story I heard about Pablo Picasso, the famous painter. And Pablo Picasso, he is at the park, he's sketching, and a woman comes by and just begs him for a portrait, right? And somehow he agrees. So a few minutes later, he hands her the sketch, and it's like one of the most beautiful things she's ever seen. And she goes, "How much do I owe you?" And he says, 5,000 francs, madame. And she's just outraged, right? She says, like, how can you charge me this much? Because it only took you a couple of minutes. And I think that's very similar in applications. Filling the information, obviously, that won't take a lot of time in itself. But as trademark practitioners, trademark professionals, we spend a lot of time with our clients, counseling them, figuring the best strategy for the trademark portfolio, figuring the most accurate description of goods and services, preparing the right specimens and guiding them, giving us the right specimens so it doesn't get kicked back and rejected. And so there's a lot of like pre-work time put in working with the client so that the application itself is done as best as it can. And so Pablo Picasso goes back to the lady, and she looks at her and says, "No, madame, it took me my whole life to do this in 5 minutes." Okay? So this is Dan Nguyen. I hope this has been an interesting story for you. Talk to you soon.